what a ride it has been. We are we're reviewing currently episode 12 of 13. And just when it feels like it's kind of wrapped up in a nice, neat little bow,
They were dance.
bam, life shits on you.
They were having like Tai Chi sex. They were fucking kataing.
Tai Chi, dance session, kung fu,
Yeah.
know, what do you do after you just saved the world?
And then it all went to hell.
Yeah.
The DEA showed up.
DEA shows up at the end of this episode.
Something about heroin?
I don't know.
I don't know. They enforced drug something.
Yeah.
Drug Enforcement Agency. Wait,
Sure.
is that it?
DEA. I'm thinking of the, there's that tobacco firearms
You're thinking
one.
of Tafta.
Tafta?
That's not it
Are
at
you
all.
pronouncing a president wrong?
He died in the bathtub.
Yeah, well, he got stuck in a bathtub. So yeah, this episode was pretty decent, and like I said, it did wrap it up nicely.
Felt
But
like a long
but now
episode.
it has like a whole extra episode to be like, well, what's happening here? Who knows?
Yeah, so like as they were just like hip hop dancing, whatever, I was like, "This is the last episode. This feels like the last episode."
Yeah,
But,
they
we
wrapped
have
it up
more.
nicely. They did kill in quotes Bukata. What's his
Bakuda?
name? Bakuda.
Bakuda Patata.
Yeah, so he might be dead. His body disappeared, and they didn't cut his
so
head off,
not
so
dead.
he totally
He
could
is
be
100% not dead.
But like, I think even if he was dead, they could still do the bring him back to life thing because
Yeah.
his head wasn't cut off. So like, there's not
Exactly.
even a world where he's like out of this
He'll-
unless they don't want him to come back.
He'll be back. He was creepy, charismatic dude that I think could do a lot of his own hand stuff because of the shots and stuff. So he's too valuable to to throw away.
Yeah, so a lot happens in this episode. We get Ward double crossing his father to try to get that crazy monster out of this picture, and that doesn't exactly work the way he wants. He lets up the
Yeah.
bad guys who he thought were going to come in after him and Joy left. They actually shot Joy as a ploy to get Danny
That's the
to
Joy
come in
play.
there and give himself up. But fortunately for him, he's got sword carrying girlfriend and
Davos.
weird.
Davos and Colleen show up.
I was gonna say weird tinfoil throwing guy, which I believe he was packing because when he first turned the corner, he was like tuck tuck, and he got two of them with
I
something.
know, and you were like, someone left the tinfoil out. Davos went fucking crazy.
leftovers! No, it was dope.
Yeah, it opens with Harold, like, it's not really Harold, but it's Ward, like, fever dreaming, having visions
Oh,
of
yeah.
Harold and all that stuff. It puts him in the right frame of mind to accept the Bakuda offer and all that stuff.
Sure.
He injects him with some dope-ass...
I didn't realize he was
curious
suffering from
stuff.
tainted heroin
I
overflow.
did not either. And that's
Yeah.
apparently part of... Because I said at one point, like 7 episodes ago, this heroin's pure, it's great, what's the problem? What's the big issue?
It's not great.
Heroin's not even that bad. Enjoy your heroin, guys.
Yeah,
Have fun.
so Bakuda gives him the cure, to end his withdrawal, and gets him out under the guise that he will put him in charge, and he just wants Danny and all this bullshit. And he's like, sure, I can set all that up. That's fine. You gonna become a father? All right, even better. I wanted that anyway, but you're gonna do that. I like
We're on
that.
the same page.
Cool.
And get rid of Iron Fist. Of course, I hate that. I hate
Yeah.
that fisty motherfucker.
It seemed like it was perfect for him, except nothing went as planned. His father's still alive. His sister got shot, and Bakuda just fucked everything up.
He even offered him like, I can even give you the ability to like produce this drug that'll like clean up mouths.
Yeah.
Like, 'cause that's
a new thing to sell.
That's probably like a whole element of it where the withdrawal is so bad you get hooked, even though it's so good. The withdrawal is so bad.
Sure,
That's an element.
sure.
Or whatever. I dig that.
No, it's pretty genius.
But yeah, everything goes to hell. It is revealed, or whatever the fuck, that you can behead him, and that's the thing.
Yeah,
and when
they're
it happened-
Highlanders.
They are Highlanders, and when it happened, I was like, oh, yeah, fuck. Because at the end of Daredevil 2, I
Yes.
think, the old person comes over and, like, beheads the guy that they think that they killed who comes back or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh, shit, this is a thing that they can do. And, like, we should have totally known about that. We did not. That's fine.
Yeah,
though.
I like things like that where you're like, oh, that's right. Anytime things have been seeded or fed to you, and it doesn't necessarily click until one thing happens.
Yeah, so, but, like,
I
we
like that. It means you're doing your job.
It does, or it means that we were fucking forgetting something. I don't know.
Well, we're delusional.
I feel like
We've been sitting here for 14 hours.
I feel like we should have been like, you behead him. It's the thing with the hand. That's the
Generally,
only
just
way.
a good rule of thumb. I behead and set afire everything I kill.
You should do that just anyway.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. Cut it into 6 pieces, scatter them across one per continent, the ashes and the thing.
Oh, I usually put them in concrete boxes and throw them to the bottom of the ocean.
Works too.
I aim
Even
right
a
for the
big lake.
trenches. I'm like, go for it.
Mm.
I don't want those feet wiggling their way to the top.
I liked, real quick, because we're going to
Sure.
move on really fast, Danny Rand's running late. he's gonna be, Bakuta's gonna behead Harold.
His last words.
What's your last words? I wrote them down in like quick note form, but he basically says, "Ward, you're a fucking disappointment. I put all this stock in you. I tried my best, but I failed. Joy, love you. See ya." And it was like, "You good?" He's like, "I'm ready."
I am now ready.
It was fucking great. Because, we'll skip to the end for 2 seconds. This antagonistic environment has continued in many ways. So it's this weird thing where you're like, yeah, no, like they're still in this group of like the family and running or doing whatever they're doing. But they definitely is like, I'm waiting for a chance to kill you. Me too, Dad. Like this whole thing where you're like, God damn.
They're at the hospital like waiting for Joy to have her surgery, and he's like, "What you did to me," he's like, "What was a mistake about that? Reminds me of what I did to my father. When you realize there's a certain time you got to topple the king." And I'm like, "Oh."
And we were like, "Is he like wait? Are you saying that you killed Grandpa?" And he's like,
no,
it's like crazy. What? Okay.
All right.
So it actually kind of like earned some respect, and now they're in that weird thing that a lot of shows
they still
do,
all have. Well, but now then the last moments is he's backstabbing him again.
He betrays him back. So it's going to be this thing of like, there's all these shows that have family or like just like mobby family type things together, where it's like why does Megatron keep Starscream around? He keeps trying to betray him. What the fuck's going on with that, right?
At the end of the day, though, you're family, and usually they're not actually killing them. But he tried, just he came back to life.
In this world, you can come back.
Yeah.
So it's like, ooh, got me. Oh, sorry, man. All right, so the heading and all that stuff. So now we get down to the real business. Everything goes to shit.
Sure.
Danny gets handcuffed, gets let out.
Yep.
Bakuta, Patata, the crew, everybody's there. It's looking grim. But the Iron Fist comes online.
Yeah, he gets
Davos
his
and
Iron
Colleen
Fist
show
back.
up. Whole thing happens, yeah.
Breaks free, loses, though, just before he can punch him. And that's when his crew jumps in, and then it all gets all good.
And that's our first fight scene. Some good stuff.
Which leads to many more fight scenes.
Yes. There are 3, at least. 3.5. But the first one's pretty good. Got a lot of good stuff with Danny versus Bakuta one-on-one.
Yeah, Danny versus Bakuta. Then you got Colleen versus Bakuta. I love that, they're semi-evenly matched, but Bakuta knows that his sword is better, so he breaks her sword. You see the blade spin up into the air. It comes down. She kicks it. That shit goes into his thigh. I was like, hacky sack that shit.
Both of us were like, oh! Or something
I love shit like that.
Yeah, because it was like, oh shit, he broke her sword. Oh shit, she got it. It was like,
yeah.
But he was still down to go, and then she jibbed and jabbed and juked and stabbed
gets him
and
once
stuff
more,
like that.
And then
Davos
stabs him in the heart.
We were screaming, behead him! Behead him!
It seemed like it was going to be one of those 2-part moves, because he went to his knees right for a perfect beheading shot. She then, even after he died, she didn't take his sword, though. So she still has, that broken sword like she's Ren from Pirates of the Dark Water.
Which is a good look.
Yeah, but I would have wanted his better sword. Yeah, always upgrade like a
You
video
made
game.
a remark about taking the sword. I notice a lot there's not a lot of taking the sword happening in a lot of things.
I never understand that. I would be overburdened with extra swords.
Yeah, totes. 100%.
Because even if I just killed you, I'd be like, all right, this was from that worthy opponent. I'll hang it on the wall.
Or even if it was an issue, you look at them both. Yeah, this one's better. Just keep the best sword at all times.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's that they've trained with that one for so long, or if there's some unwritten, unseen
even if it's that,
thing.
hers is broken now.
Exactly. No, there might be some unseen, unwritten Bushido blade code thing where you're not supposed
just
to.
Just like you don't fight for money.
Hey, man.
You can break a code.
She only broke the 3rd piece of the code. This is like a more important. I don't know.
I don't give a shit. And then the last fight is Davos versus Danny, which. That gets interesting and heated and it's a little emotional.
Gets very emotional.
It doesn't really end well.
No.
I thought it was gonna be I'm sorry, and they hug it out.
Well, because the whole plan has been they're gonna end up defending something from the gate, but that's apparently not happening. Or if it is, it's gonna be some roundabouty way or something like that. No, and it gets personal. Danny kind of realizes because of what Davos has been saying, oh wait, this isn't about Kunlun. This is about us. We were besties. And I just left, and I'm sorry. But he says all that while he's threatening him with his ultimate power weapon fist or whatever. And he's kind of like, dude, or whatever, which makes sense.
I took it just as using it like a flashlight, to say, I'll keep you safe under my guiding light.
I want good lighting on my face.
Yeah.
No, yeah, but Davos was like, whoa, really, bro? What the fuck? Which is he pointed gun.
But it's also
they've
been rubbing it in his face for so long that he's not the Iron Fist, and now he's literally lording it over him, I am the Iron Fist.
I am telling you things that are very important. If you fuck up again, I'm going to use this on you. Yeah, it's bad.
You'll be dead. I am the Iron Fist.
And then it ends where we said it.
Yeah, the DEA agents burst in. Yeah, this episode had a lot of little things happen, but I'm definitely interested to see what is it going to unfold, what is it going to lead into for like the next season of Iron Fist, or will it lead into the Defenders? Interested.
We got an episode to go.
One episode to go.
Fucking Colleen and Danny are running.
Yep.
And we'll
this
see
was the trailer sequence running. Finally get to see it.
Trailer zone.
Yeah. Yeah, no more time for predictions. Let's just jump into that last episode. We will see you shortly.